Checking in, y'all. We didn't get to make it to the gym this morning, so we actually headed to the gym right now. Me and the fellas. Come on. Manny in the back. Get this work. But you know what? We were having a very interesting conversation. And in the middle of the conversation, I just felt like, yes, damn, I meant to go live when we were actually leaving the house, but then we got distracted. So I just remembered to go live. I decided to share our journey with you guys, man, on Road to Greatness. This is what we do every day. We usually get up in the morning and go to the gym, eat a good breakfast, which is usually a smoothie, and then go to the gym, but we didn't make it this morning. So we got to get that work in at least at some point today, which is now. But we were having a conversation also with my man Manny right here, my youngest. And I feel like not going live to necessarily put, you know, his business or our business in the streets, but to go live to be transparent about how fatherhood really looks. You know, when you're invested as a father, when you're dealing with teenage boys, young men that are you know, as you're growing up, you're finding your way, and society almost makes it hard to parent because this idea that children should find their own way, right? Especially when they get 18. This weird idea that children have the right to figure it out and find their own way and find their own path, when that's exactly against how it really is supposed to be done. There's a scripture in the Bible that says, train up a child in the direction you want them to go. And when they get old, they will not depart. And I'm doing that, but it's difficult and it's not easy because I have a very clear vision of how I want my children to go, to be, to show up in the world. And it's not so easy to instill that when the world is putting you away from what I'm teaching. And parenting involves a lot of, you know, it's not just, as fathers, man, our job is not just to provide financially. Our job is to provide stability. And stability comes from financial support, emotional support, mental support. Hold on for a second, Manny. Physical support. Like, that all is the part of being a father and raising children. But men have this tendency, and I get it because we're taught this, just to provide financially, and we allow the emotional part to just get figured out. And so we have a lot of young men that really operate, and women too, but it's more acceptable with women than it is with men. But we allow our young men to operate on emotions and make decisions from an emotional place, which most of the time ends up clouded, distorted, in a wrong decision. So I'm having a conversation with Emmanuel before we go to the gym about how he's feeling, because how he's feeling is showing up in his behavior. He seems withdrawn, seems isolated. It seems like he's not happy. So I was asking, well, how are you feeling? He really, I don't know how I'm feeling. So I bring up ChatGPT, and we bring up a list of feelings that a teenager could possibly go through as they're growing up and then growing into or maturing. And we're going through the list. And I think it's important to do that because you want to tap into how your children are feeling and give them the opportunity to express themselves and then find a solution. Because if you're not feeling good, if you're feeling a bunch of bad feelings like anger and frustration, or then we have to figure out, well, what is causing that, and try to find a happy place. Because you don't want to live life angry. You don't want to go through life upset and resentful. So if you're not mindful and tapping into what's going on with your child, then they can learn to suppress a lot of their feelings because they don't express them, and that shit can turn out ugly as they get older. And that's just not the best way to parent. So, you know, I decided to share that with you guys, what I'm doing with my son right now. So, what's up, Super Vanilla Boy? Damn, it's crazy how I'm going live and decided to go live. Anyway, we're going to go in this gym, y'all. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish this live right now because I need to actually save my battery a little bit. Oh man, I got like 5% on here. It's crazy. But anyway, let me get in this gym. Hold on. Yo, man, hey, come on. Come on, already went inside. We're going in this gym, man, with the boys, with the fellas. Some work in. We're gonna get work in this evening instead of the morning since we missed it. But I'm gonna come back live, man. Follow the channel. Y'all are witnessing the road to greatness. These boys gonna make it to the MLB. And we gonna put this week in. But follow the channel, y'all. Follow tight, subscribe, like, share. God bless you all. I wish I could stay on here live, but I can't stay. My phone is gonna die. But that's what it is. What's up, folks? God bless y'all. Damn, my bad.